Turkey says it's stepping up its efforts to defeat Daesh. At a news conference in Ankara, the foreign minister was asked about Turkey's support for rebel fighters in Syria. He says Turkey will keep supporting groups that fight to wipe out Daesh.
We never worked and will never work with terror groups that are trying to gain legitimacy under the pretense of fighting Daesh. We have always supported moderate opposition groups against Daesh and will continue to do so. We will continue to support them with measures that include shelling Daesh from our side of the border. That's because Turkey is Daesh's #1 target. Those terrorists attack us because we do not let them cross our borders into Syria. We have a list of 55,000 suspected Daesh members who are banned from entering Turkey or Syria. That is the reason Daesh is attacking us. Our border must be completely cleansed from Daesh, and it is our most natural right to fight at home and abroad against such a terrorist organization.
Well, Hasan Abdullah was listening in to that press conference and joins us now from Ankara. Hasan, the foreign minister saying then that, or re-emphasising that Turkey will pursue all options in the fight against Daesh. What exactly do you think those options are?
That's right, Paul. One of the things the foreign minister was highlighting was that Turkey remains the prime target of Daesh for a number of reasons. One of them, of course, being that Turkey is at the forefront in the fight against Daesh, and also the fact that Turkey has been cracking down on Daesh here in Turkey locally, and of course the foreign fighters who've been trying to go into Syria. Now, what the foreign minister has said is that Turkey will continue to target Daesh positions, and of course there had been some criticism from some of the allies, but what Turkey is saying is that those local opposition groups who are fighting against Daesh and who are preventing Daesh from sort of pouring into Turkey and targeting Turkey's interests, those groups will be supported as well. Now, other than that, there has been a criticism from Turkey that some of the coalition members have been supporting and legitimizing groups in Syria just because they have been fighting Daesh, or they claim that they're fighting Daesh, and that is posing security challenges to Turkey. He's also said that in that meeting that there's going to be, of course, a domestic strategy that Turkey is following in the fight against Daesh, and of course Turkey has some expectations when it comes to its allies in the fight against Daesh. So these were some of the points that were discussed in that meeting.
You mentioned expectations from allies there. The battle against Daesh is obviously quite complicated. You've got the US-led coalition on one side. You've got, I suppose, Syria, Iran and Russia on the other. There seems to be little cooperation between those two groups. Where does Turkey sit on that strategy against Daesh?
Well, one of Turkey's concerns is that, for example, some countries supporting a PYD and a YPG that are connected to the terrorist PKK, that is in effect legitimizing these groups. It is legitimizing the terrorist PKK, which, according to security officials here, the funding of which has gone up, and it has even gone out setting up stalls and fundraising and trying to gain more support in Europe as well. So this is one of the concerns of Turkey, that countries, especially the United States, Russia and others, should not support groups like YPG and PYD, because even though they may be to some extent fighting Daesh, what is happening is that those groups have their own agendas, and they're using the fight against Daesh as a smokescreen to simply strengthen themselves. And Turkey is saying that that is backfiring, and it's going to be bad for regional stability in the long term.
Okay, Hasan, thank you.